This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Minnesota's offense will take the first swing of the game. Historically, guys, Michigan has kept a death grip on the little brown jug. Gophers hoping to put that thing in play today.
And you see that little brown jug in the celebration after every...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Fast, physical, and disruptive, Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one or a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names. And Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Wants to throw. It's Brosmer. Feeling some heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the move, it's Stewart. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Michigan Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Fair catch called for and made. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
In the lore of the little brown jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so bad.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but listen, it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people argued about it. Little brown jug, man.
Taylor has it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry-Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the little brown jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then. A little, you're gonna fix the game, mess with my players, and I think all of those things. It's really cool to learn the backdrops, Jesse, of rivalries and how things are named the way they are. And and why the hatred usually runs so deep.
You know what's interesting is a lot of these players on the field right now, they probably don't have any idea of the history and how interesting that is. All they care about is adding another trophy to the trophy case, and they want the little brown jug in that box.
They'll throw it on first down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Looking for a productive play on first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Back to pass, it's Orji. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Now the play fake. Unloads it left. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The give is to Taylor. At the 35, he's got room. Dances away again. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar mark. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
From the gun, give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And David, how they would love to stick one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right.
He's loose. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. First down here for the offense. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass. Fires to the right. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll leave it with him. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Michigan completely controlled this rivalry game last year and just took the jug away from the Gophers.
Listen, Michigan's a program at this point with recent success. They're thinking about national championships. We've seen them in the college football playoff here in recent years. This is a rivalry game against Minnesota that they're expected to dominate, and last year, David, they did that.
Michigan, year after year, one of the winningest programs in all of college football. We expect them to be great. Always a tremendous challenge for Minnesota to try to get that little brown chip.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback keeps it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They ran it on first down, now on second. Direct snap. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different.
A shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Got a man. It's Morris. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. And it's no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into it.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Complete in the middle. And he breaks into the open. And stampeding through the defense. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Golden Gophers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Go straight ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I'd go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down the end zone.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Makes the grab. It's Morris. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. And he'll slide after picking up the 1st down. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
That's crazy. I don't know if we get a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Back to throw. It's Orji. He turns that loose down the right side. And he's got it at the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This one's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
How many 1st downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
He's looking to throw. And the quarterback can't get away, and down he goes. No time left on the clock. They passed on the field goal try, and they'll get nothing like it. The Golden Gophers will kick it off to start the second half. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job of getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive game, making your situation really good on the next one.
Breaks the tackle. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate.
And the ball is picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Brosmer. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier's...
Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. He slings it deep to the left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Got a man, it's Morgan. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pocket starts to collapse. Caught near the sticks. It's Edwards. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Shakes off the defender. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. With the catch, it's Spencer.
Slants are very tough to cut, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him somewhere.
Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Grosmer. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Getting some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense...
Touchdown, Minnesota! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. On second down, he's looking downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
In other schools around the country, Slippery Rock, 75. Mercyhurst University, 31.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it on the right. All kinds of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit concerned.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Michigan has dominated this rivalry over the years, and they look oh so close to securing the jug again.
You look at Michigan on paper, and they have an advantage all over the place against Minnesota. It was a question of whether they could just stay out of their own way. If they eliminated the mistakes, we knew this was going to be a tall order for Minnesota, and Michigan just looks dominant.
Yeah, it stinks, but it is the facts. The facts are you're less talented at Minnesota, and you've got to play really, really well, especially in these rivalry games.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw, it's Brosmer. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense came into this game. They were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football is going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the...
He's going for a big play downfield. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Off play action. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the ball.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. We got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games. You know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Scanning the field, it's Brosmer. The quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
On second down, wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Taylor. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. On the return, it's Stewart. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run! To try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. No good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
And he's thrown another interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return. This field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to go.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the